Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Most Excellent Entertainment. I'm your host, Keith. And this week we're going to be doing something a little different. As you may know or may not know, I don't know. We usually record our podcast on Thursdays. And this week, Thursday was on Thanksgiving. And I tried to find maybe some international guests or some people who could record on a different day. But the thing is, because my days off are Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, basically meant I was trying to get people on the show on Thanksgiving weekend. We also have a pretty good backlog of stuff a lot of the time, but not so much lately. And we've just been kind of booking guests week to week, sort of. And so I figured I'd just pop on here and do like a Thanksgiving after Thanksgiving episode of Most Excellent Entertainment. And hopefully you guys will dig it. I'm not gonna try to this isn't gonna be long. But missing a week. I hope that there's people out there who like listen to the podcast and look forward to it every week and want to hear what we're gonna do next. So I didn't want to disappoint and not put an episode out. And on that note, one of the big things I do this every single episode, but Tyler Martin and Emmy Studios, without Tyler, I wouldn't be doing any of this. Most Excellent Entertainment is really important to me, and I've been able to talk to some super cool people and have fun conversations with people who are heroes of mine and people whose work that I admire and interesting people. Um, and I think at this point we've gained a couple of fans. We've been doing this for almost 2 years now. So that's pretty dope. um, Hopefully it'll get bigger. And it's mostly all because of Tyler. Like there have been times when things were a little rough for Tyler and I had to like think about the idea of finding someone else to produce the podcast. Thankfully, it's always worked out because honestly, man, I don't want to work with anyone but Tyler. Um, he's a friend. He's become uh, an important part of my life at this point, and I appreciate him so much. If the day ever came where he was just like, "Fuck this, I don't want to do this anymore," there'd probably be no more Most Excellent Entertainment. I'm just gonna be honest, unless Universal or somebody comes knocking, but then I'd want to take Tyler with me. So, yeah, man. Thank you, Tyler, so much. Another person who I want to thank is my co-host on My Taste in Music Sucks, Christopher Icon. Dude, My Taste in Music Sucks has been such an interesting endeavor. Um, it evolved. It's a completely different thing than what it was originally going to be. And a lot of that is because of Icon and the energy that he brings to the show. He loves music so much and he feels it so deeply. And I love music too. Um, and I feel it. I do. Like music connects with me, but at the same time, music hits something kind of intellectual for me. So we look at music in two very different ways. Um, there's not a lot of songs. I can't say there's not a lot of songs that connect with me emotionally because there are. But at the same time, sorry, it's like 6 in the morning. I'm working, been up. But anyway, at the same time, what hits me emotionally more often than not is the sounds and the structure and the tone of people's voices and things like that. Um, Whereas Icon connects with lyrics and deeper meanings and stuff like that. And I'm not saying I don't get into that kind of stuff, um, because there are people who Buffalo Tom, for example, Bill Janowitz hits me emotionally on a lot of levels. Um, but yeah, I just have we have different views of music, but we come together every Friday night and we talk about these albums, and hopefully we're turning people on to new stuff. Um, and that's the goal, and that's super fun. Um, and speaking of being turned on to new stuff, man, uh, this podcast during its second year has done quite a evolution. Um, Sometimes it makes it a lot harder. I used to come in and have like a path that I could follow because of the format of the podcast. And now, man, it's a free for all. It's the Wild West up in here. But it's also been a lot of fun. You know, having Tiki Rossetti on, I don't think I've laughed that much on a show. It was amazing. Um, the journey that I went on with Will Danes, where I mean, we talked for 3 hours, I think, about life and music and society, and it was incredible. And having Mark Knight on this year, and having Gerald Collier and um, Dave DeBone Alvin, who are three of my heroes, like three guys whose music I have loved for literal decades. And having them all on back to back, to me, that's the best stretch of most excellent entertainment that we've had this year. Um, Getting to hear Jeremy Porter, getting to talk to Jeremy Porter, which was great, but I had never heard his music before until he reached out about being on the show. Um, which isn't to say he was clamoring to be on Most Excellent. I had put out a call like anybody want to be on the show. He hit me up. Um, his music is amazing, like undeniably good. And so getting to talk to him about music, and then he sent me some music that I should check out, which I did, and it's fantastic. It was so cool, you know, and uh, and that was really fun. Finding new music, and also though just that stretch where I think I had three of the best interviews I had all year, and they were with three guys whose music I just love. I can't say enough about how much I love that those three artists. Um, we lost David Roach this year, um, and it's wild because we did our first ever live stream, and we did a benefit stream for David Roach, and then he passed a couple days after. It may have even been the next day. I don't know, but after it, um, it's still up. It's popular. Like it's cool that people are checking it out, and getting to see the love, that that Jeff had, and that David had. I'm sorry, that David had, and the way that he touched people. People had a great love for David Roach and the music that he made and the person that he was. It's That was tough. That was tough, and I'm glad we were able to do it. I wish that, you know, I wish it had had a different outcome, but dude, I don't know. It's hard. I'm not good with emotional stuff. It's not. Um, I did not expect to be yawning this much while I was talking. So I legitimately think that before things get too deep, I'm just going to thank you. Thank everyone who's listening. The only interview that we've got scheduled is with Mad Dog Valentino, who is a singer and a pro wrestler, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to have Mad Dog on and talk to him. Um, Wrestling and music are two loves of mine. So, and two things that I have dabbled in a bit here and there. So it'd be great. Oh, we had Kickstand Jenny back. Um, Almost a year to the day from our first interview. And Scott and Preston are good dudes, man. I wish that that the interview had gone a little smoother, but they're great freaking guys. Scott Foster Harris is probably the greatest vocalist on the planet right now. Definitely top three at the very least. I just love their music so much, and I can't wait for the album to come out. Um, so yeah, I mean, I guess I'll leave it at that because energy's a little low, a little tired. I don't know how much people want to just hear my raspy nighttime voice. But man, thank you. Thank you to everyone who came on the podcast this year. Thank you to Tyler again. Thank you to Icon. Thank you to everyone who's listened. Um, and yeah, I mean, we should still have at least three more episodes coming out this year. Uh, so keep on tuning in. You know, Most Excellent Entertainment is not going anywhere. And who knows, maybe we'll try another format change in 2026. I kind of miss the old one. I kind of miss the artistic journey. What if we switch back and forth every year? You know, what if we one year it's the artistic journey and then the next year it's free form conversation. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But three more episodes at the very least in 2025. And then I'll catch y'all next year, man. As always, thank you so much for tuning in to Most Excellent Entertainment.